Good morning, everybody. Just a couple days away now, guys. Just a couple days away now. It's a very exciting time. It's a very fun time to be a football fan. Pretty much whatever team you root for, it's fun right now. Other than games, other than actual games being played, this is probably the most intriguing and engaging part of the NFL calendar. Sometimes you could even argue that it's more intriguing and more interesting than the games being played. Maybe you could say this is, especially if you're a Seahawks fan right now, going into these next half week with 10 picks, 2 first rounders, 2 second rounders, it might be better than some games. I don't know. It depends on your perspective here, but it's a very engaging, very fun time. The next few days are going to determine a lot about the future prospects of this team for the next several years, maybe even the next decade. Who knows? We got to hit. We got to do things right. And I think it's finally time to throw my annual mock draft extravaganza. So here's how it's going to work. Tonight is the plan. Tonight I am not streaming with the Hawk's Nest. We decided that since we're probably going to be doing 3 streams later this week, we're going to be doing 3 streams in a matter of 4 days during the draft and after the draft. So therefore, we do not feel the need to do another stream tonight. So we're not going to be streaming together tonight, but I will be going live at about 7 p.m. Pacific. So after I eat dinner, around 7 o'clock, I will be going live on my own, and we're going to do a mock draft simulator party. So put it on your calendars, put it on your schedule, plan to be here, because it's going to be the most fun if people are here in the stream and we're having conversations and we're having discussions and we're trying to figure things out together. We're trying to figure out what to do. I'm going to ask for opinions. I'm going to ask for advice. I'm going to ask for evaluations of this decision versus that decision. We're going to come up with a bunch of different paths that this can go. And the tools that we will be using are the various mock draft simulators available around the internet. So what a mock draft simulator is they take a big board and then they roughly apply it to a simulated NFL draft, and you get to take control of a team or multiple teams, but we'll be taking control of one team, the Seahawks, and going through the simulation of all 7 rounds and seeing what are the best drafts that I can come up with for the Seahawks. Where can I get the best players, best trades, etc. So, some of the mock draft simulators we're going to use include Pro Football Network. Pro Football Network runs a simulator that I've used many times. You can see it on screen right now. You've got one over on PFF as well. They utilize a mock draft simulator where you can take control of any team. They have sliders so you can adjust the settings. It's a pretty great tool. So we'll be going through all 7 rounds over here. I am a subscriber to PFF Plus, so it's not going to be any kind of a problem to utilize it. By the way, I know that they have some stuff behind a paywall. NFL Mock Draft Database has a simulator as well. So we can go through all 7 rounds on here. You've got one on the Draft Network, one of my favorite sites for draft stuff. They have a mock draft simulator. There's also a couple of smaller, lesser-known ones. Like here's one on fanspeak.com that we're going to try. I've used this one before. I like it. I think it's actually pretty good. I've made some pretty good mocks here in the previous couple years. And ESPNSportsAnalytics.com also has a mock draft simulator. Same idea. So we are going to go through probably all of these, plus maybe a couple others. And we're going to play with settings too. Like you can go to, for instance, PFF. You can adjust these sliders to change the big board. You can increase randomness, which often creates really, really awful drafts, but it's funny sometimes. You can draft for need less or more. Most of these mock drafts do have some general settings that you can play with, so we're probably going to go through each one a couple of times as long as there are options like that and see what we can come up with. And by the end, we should have produced at least a couple of really good, realistic, according to the experts, mock drafts for the Seahawks. So that is what's going to go on tonight here on YouTube. Should be going live around 7 o'clock. Hope you guys are ready to participate because there are going to be many times. Obviously, I've put in a lot of time looking into this draft, trying to figure things out, trying to determine who the best and the worst prospects are, who I like, who I don't like, etc. But this is an opportunity for crowd input, I guess you could say. This is an opportunity for audience participation. This is an opportunity for you guys to get involved and have some fun during this process. So, yep, hope to see you guys tonight. Thank you for watching. This is, in some ways, you could also call this the culmination of all the research I've done over the past month plus. So definitely show up. We're going to have fun. We're going to make a party out of it. We're going to go for, I'd say, at least a few hours. Not super long or anything like that. We're going to go as long as it takes for us to produce a number of appealing results. And then tomorrow, I'll be doing a presentation of the best mocks we were able to create. And then, basically, at that point, we're just a day away. At that point, we'll be 1 day away from the draft. So there won't really be any other draft content unless we hear some really juicy or really intriguing rumor to come out of the Seattle camp or the general draft, the draft in general, I should say. If something big happens in the last couple days, of course, I'll talk about it, but that'll probably be it until we actually get to the draft. So I hope everybody's ready. See you guys tonight. Again, 7 o'clock Pacific. Going to stream for a few hours. Sorry to anybody who can't make it. I know that there are probably some people out there who want to be taking part but won't be able to make it because of timing, because they're going to have things going on tonight. I usually try to do a daytime stream simulator party and then a nighttime stream simulator party. That's not going to work this year. I can't make it happen, but I can do this one. See you guys there, and go Hawks.